I understand now, but then I have a piece of him. Sorry. I felt that is the part that you did not want to give me. God, give them strength.
If I was to wake up one day tomorrow and start working again, how would that change our relationship?
Gumu.
Hapana gumu. Hello friends, my name is Brian Moshiri and welcome to my channel. By my side is my beautiful girlfriend Jane. Jane, say hello.
Hi.
How have you been?
I've been good. We thank the Lord.
We thank the Lord for 2025.
Yeah.
How has the year started for you?
It has started on a higher note, and I hope itakuwa hivyo for the rest of the year.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, we hope for the best. We hope this is going to be a good year and a successful year, a year filled with health and wealth of mind and body, right?
Kabisa.
Yeah, so today I wanted to do a question and answer video for you, just for you, because other times we do it together and you have interviewed me. Now I wanted to interview you specifically concerning your caregiving role in my life. And I wanted to get a sense of your thoughts and what you think about the whole thing, because this is something new for you. And maybe there are people out there who would want to know, how does Jane feel about all these things, yeah? Being a caregiver, being a girlfriend, and hopefully in the future, a wife, right? So I guess the first question I want to ask you is something that a lot of people have been asking, especially on my TikTok. They've been wondering, have you ever asked yourself, could Brian love me the same if roles were reversed? If I was the one who was on a wheelchair, could Brian love me and give me care? Has something like that ever crossed your mind?
Not really. But honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. If kama ungenipenda.
Yeah.
Kama ningekuwa kwa wheelchair.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So what are the most rewarding and challenging aspects of being a caregiver? Like, so far, how long have you been a caregiver, by the way? Maybe half a year and a few months?
Maybe 6 months, I don't know.
Maybe six or 7 months?
Yes.
And in that time, like, what are the challenges you faced?
I think challenge moja ni ile tu ya naweza sema
Nini hiyo?
challenge ni moja hiyo yenye inanikula kitu.
Oh, ya catheter. Oh, okay.
Sasa nafaa niseme aje?
Si unasema tu hivyo.
Okay. Start again.
Endelea tu.
Kazi ni kwako kuedit. Uniulize?
Si endelea tu, nishakuuliza.
Challenge number 1. Leaking of the catheter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I use the external catheter.
Yeah, you do.
And that needs a lot of skill to install. And it's not skill that you can learn overnight.
Yes.
It's something that you need to practice and learn on the job.
Yeah.
And that has been something that has been kicking our behinds because we do it together.
Yes.
So I feel like you have been struggling with that.
Not much, but I have.
But you have. Have you felt like I have been... how has been my attitude towards you learning caregiving?
I'm in support all the way.
Have I been supportive? Have I rushed you? Have I been too... have I criticized you too much?
No. You have been supportive.
Are you sure?
And encouraging me.
Yeah.
Kama leo haijamake, tomorrow it will.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you balance your role as my partner and caregiver?
Balance.
Yeah, because you are my girlfriend.
Yes.
But at the same time, you are giving me care as a disabled person. So are those roles, do you treat them as one thing? like this is my boyfriend, he has a disability, so I'm going to be caring for him? Ama do you separate caregiving and relationship?
No, I don't.
You treat them as the same?
It's the same. Yeah.
Has it ever been hard for you to give me care and at the same time, because you can give me care,
yes,
but are you going to see me the same way afterwards? Are you going to still be attracted to me the same way?
Of course, yes. Yes.
So like seeing me in that state doesn't affect that?
Not at all.
Really?
Of course.
What has been the most surprising thing you have learned about caregiving?
It's actually doable. Yeah. More practice. Utaweza tu, usikufe moyo.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't give up.
So though it might look like something difficult,
yes,
it is doable.
Very doable.
But I also wonder, what about the time where you will maybe it's doable right now and it's easy for us right now because you are living close to our parents. And what about when you have to wake up, go to work? Do you feel like it will still be easy for you, ama you will also struggle during that time?
Nitasema kama, acha nipeane example na Kiswahili. I will say, unaona venye babako ame play the role of being a caregiver, a dad, a husband, and like ameweza kuzibalance zote, na anazifanya perfectly. I think I can. Yes.
Recently we just did that video where we did like a morning shower routine for the first time.
Oh yes.
What were your thoughts about us getting to that point? Because we used to talk about it and it was something that we thought, hey, we need some practice before we get there.
I think we were afraid to start or to do it. But the minute we did it, uoga ilisha. Uoga nyingi ya kuona kama maybe utaanguka, utasleep and all that. But the minute tulifanya, it's something that we can do.
And
anytime.
And I was very proud of you.
Oh yes.
Because though we are doing it together, like a lot of responsibility is on you, and you didn't look stressed, you didn't look intimidated, you were very in control, and I like when you are that confident about caregiving, because it also gives me confidence.
Praise Jesus.
The other question is,
yes,
like for me as a partner, what can I do to better support you as my caregiver? Like, what do you think I can do to make your experience better?
I think if I do something wrong or in a way enye haitaku nice, you tell me. Like the other day when we were turning, and then I did, I prefer you telling me. Hurting my feelings, hata kama ita nini, but at least you have what? You have communicated. Yes.
So you want me to be more honest?
Yeah. And
to tell you if I'm uncomfortable with something, I tell you.
Yes.
Nisijiweke.
2025. Tumekata hiyo maneno.
Do you feel like me wanajiwekea vitu zingine? Tuseme if I feel like you need to improve on something, but I don't tell you. Do you
At
feel
times.
like I do that?
At times.
Yeah. You know, people say, people out there say that I can never say anything to hurt you or to make you angry because I'm afraid that you are going to leave.
Oh no.
Do you feel like I do that?
Brian anani correcting every now and then, which I appreciate, and I want that.
That's
for
what
us
you
to
want.
grow. Yes. for us to be authentic, to be real to each other. That is what I want.
Like you said, you can have an authentic and truthful relationship, right?
Yes.
So have there been times where during caregiving you have felt like you've been too overwhelmed, honestly speaking? Because it is okay to be overwhelmed.
So far, no.
Really?
So far, no.
Like there's been no time where you felt, hey, I'm not saying that I'm not complaining, but hey, it's too much.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
So you feel like you've not gotten to a point where anything has been too big for you to handle, too much for you to handle. Yeah?
Yeah.
What are your biggest fears about you being my caregivers? Being my caregiver?
Not doing things the right way.
Like, I remember we were talking about this. You're very scared about me getting like a pressure sore.
Yes. And mostly leaking. Because najua inakuharibia siku vibaya sana. So hizo ndio vitu sitaki.
Yeah, because what she means by leaking, we'll explain what you mean.
Catheter leaking.
Yeah, the catheter. Sometimes when you put on the catheter and something happens and it gets loose, you might find yourself getting wet all of a sudden.
Yes.
And of course, that is not good feeling for anyone, especially more so when you're in public and you see a patch of wetness on you. You don't feel okay. I also wanted us to talk about you starting to give me care, because it is something that you've always wanted since we began our relationship. But from your side, you thought that you felt like I was hesitant.
Yeah, I felt you were not ready.
Maybe explain that. Why did you feel that way?
I felt it because every time we were talking about it, you were saying, babe, I will think about it. Babe, I will think about it. So that was always your answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did that make you feel?
As starting nini?
No, me telling you I'm going to think about it.
Mostly I got bored because I saw we were stuck. That's a part of you which sikukuwa but like nilifeel it's a part of you enye like sijaona. Yes.
And
that you are not giving me 100%.
Yeah.
Yes, of course I know. I know kuna vitu zita take time before you allow someone you allow someone in. So I felt that part umeiondoa kwa nini yetu kabisa. Yes.
So you felt like I was putting my disability away.
That is the part that I felt that is the part that you did not want to give me or allow me to see, to experience and all that. Yes.
And why do you think I was doing that?
I think mostly because I used to work, so I was living.
No, like what do you think was the deeper?
I think you are not ready for that part yet. Yes.
Yeah, because maybe it's true, maybe I was not ready. And also I was afraid that, that part would be too overwhelming, because caregiving is an overwhelming thing, especially when you start doing it. But at the same time, since my accident, my dad has always been the one giving me care. So letting someone into my space that way was going to be difficult.
Yeah, I understand.
But no,
I understand now, but then
I'm
did
saying,
not want to understand it.
like, still, also, that considered, you know, like pushing, not showing yourself to your partner, to someone who you claim to love, that's no excuse. And now I know that, you know, I was thinking that I was trying to protect you from these things, but what I was doing was essentially pushing you away, because every time you try to reach out, I was telling you, I was putting up a wall, telling you I'm going to think about it, and in a way it was a selfish thing to do, because I was making you feel like you are not enough. Sindio? And I've always felt like you are enough, so that was my fault, you know. But I have learned that after a lot of introspection and thinking.
What?
Introspection. Okay. What advice would you give to someone who is getting ready to get into an interable relationship like ourselves, and they also want to be the caregivers to their significant others?
Be persistent by telling them, if you want to be the caregiver, you tell them, what
Be patience.
Of course, for a person to be ready to open up. Yes, and love them more.
Do you feel like our relationship has been strengthened, or has been strengthened, or do you think it has been weakened to some level after caregiving?
It has definitely been strengthened to do it. Nowadays we joke a lot. Story nyingi tuna incorporate ndani
ya caregiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's fun. Na imeleta a lot of growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And being close to one another. Yes.
Yeah, I think these days we talk a lot more than we used to talk kitambo.
I agree.
And these days we are much more open. And yeah, I think caregiving has really improved our communication and strengthened our relationship.
Yes.
We started creating content together, and now people are seeing you in the caregiving role in my life. How has been the response and feedback from your side, from people who know you? How have they been reacting to the content, especially the caregiving content?
Some comments have been positive and some have been negative, kama hiyo yenye umeniambia ati
utachoka after some time.
I'll get tired after some time. But everybody is entitled to their own opinion. So not everybody will be on our side ama will see the positivity. Yes.
Yeah? Umemaliza? Like, what does your family think about it? Did they know when you were dating me, did they know that you are going to be playing this role as well?
I don't know, but I think before we started dating, I asked my mom if she is okay with me dating a person who has a disability. And she said yes. And alisema nisifanye because out of pity. So from the word go, I think somehow maybe in the beginning maybe I don't know, sijui, but sahi yes, they know.
They know?
They know, they definitely know.
Have you ever pitied me at any point?
No, not really.
Even before we met?
Pitied kivipi?
So, I can look at that guy.
Ana. Lakini kukuwa madaktari. Not kuwa madaktari, kuwa pastor.
Kuwa pastor?
Silikuwa kuna time Nilishika mguu yako.
Ukasema aje?
God give them strength.
Amsha hizi miguu.
Yeah. But now I know better, guys. Now I know better. Yeah.
If I was to wake up one day tomorrow and start working again, how would that change our relationship?
First, that is a version of you that I don't know. I'm more familiar with this one because we met after you get in the accident. So I don't know how it will be.
It would definitely
itanichanganya kidogo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kuniona nikienda loo without asking you to join me. Na ukuona mi nikienda going to the shower without needing your help.
Maybe nimeenda shower. Okay. Yeah, okay. It'll take some time to relearn and to digest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you prefer a version of me that is walking or a version of me that is on the chair?
Because this is the part I know of you being a disabled man. So I'll stick with this.
Probably, kama tungemeet nikitembea, you wouldn't have looked at me twice. You never know.
Kama ningekulai, kama ningekukata.
Yeah. Maybe me being on a wheelchair made me stand out. Right? Made me stand out from the crowd. And then you felt, that looks like a good guy. Let me have a conversation with him. And then the conversation developed into something else. What I'm saying is...
Now I have a piece of him. Sorry. Crop that one.
So, ninasema, probably, atunge meet. We wouldn't have met if maybe I wasn't on a wheelchair. Because that is something that people take for granted, that a wheelchair makes you stand out. And if you are very in tune, that can be a good thing sometimes, because you always stand out from the crowd and you can make your agendas, you can voice your agenda, you can express yourself much easier than other people, because people are going to look at 100 people and then they see you first. Since we have been sharing our lives on the internet, there have been a big number of people who like to correct us and tell us, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, do it like this, do it like that. What are your thoughts on that?
Maybe there's a reason why we are not doing like that, like the way they are saying. But like I said, everybody has their own opinion. So
yeah, that's a good place to end.
Wezi ambia mtu cha kusema, mtu anaweza comment vile anaweza taka. But guys, tuko positive.
Does it affect you, the comments?
Not really.
I'm glad it doesn't.
Not really.
And if the comments ever get too overwhelming, I don't know, feel free to let me know and we can deal with it together. Don't deal with it alone. What are your final thoughts about you being girlfriend stroke caregiver?
It is an interesting journey, for sure. I look forward to more growth and getting more knowledge, being corrected, being taught, and all that, yes.
And I'm so proud of you for agreeing to this interview. I know it was outside of your comfort zone. And again, also expressing yourself the way you have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I appreciate your effort and your time. And goodbye, guys. What do you want to say anything before we end?
Thank you guys for supporting Mr. Chairman. Thank you for watching the content. Thank you for liking, for sharing, and for leaving your feedback. We love you.
Goodbye, guys, and see you on the next one. Bye.
Hey.